everybody, it's Kat and Sid. So the Gaokao just finished and we decided to take this opportunity to do a little competition between the two of us. So we're going to take the English exam from this year from Jiangsu province. We couldn't find the one from Shanghai, it's not online yet. So we're going to do it, we're going to compare scores and we're going to see who did better. And by the way, I am from the US, Sid is from China. Let's see what happens.
Let's do like 10 questions.
Okay.
Okay, right now.
Okay. You ready?
Stop.
Yeah, next one.
Okay. Okay, next one.
I'm in trouble.
Okay. Okay.
Just try your best.
Okay, this one. Next one.
Yeah, next one. Yes.
It's weird, but I feel like I know what answer should I pick.
Even if it sounds weird, it can't be the other things. We did it.
Let's compare. So let's say it together.
Okay.
A, D, D, C, B, C, A, C, D, A.
You're happy. You don't even have the correct answers yet. So which ones were we different? This one, 22.
What? I thought you said
I said B.
Oh, you said B?
I said D. Was it not for the support of the teachers, the student could not overcome her difficulty. And I said, were it not for the support of the teacher, the student could not overcome her difficulty. This sounds natural to me to say, were it not. I feel like it's kind of a weird construction, like you don't hear that super often.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
So you did better. I got
just by one. Well, that was pretty fun, but now we want to talk about something that kind of goes behind the Gaokao. We want to talk about the difference between studying a foreign language here in China or studying a foreign language in the US. There are a few different ways that we can compare them. The first one that we thought of is what languages do you actually get to study? What's your experience?
In China, at least before college, you can only learn one foreign language, which is English.
So
maybe you can
choice?
learn. Huh? Yeah,
There's
you
no
have
choice.
choice. Yeah, you have choice. If you want to learn other language, you can learn by yourself.
Like self-study at home,
Right.
but they don't have classes for that?
Only English.
Oh,
Right.
okay, I see. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Because it's totally different. Basically, what I had to do is, starting in middle school, we had to choose between either French, Spanish, or Latin.
But you didn't learn foreign language in like
Right.
elementary school?
I never had really like foreign language classes before that.
We started learning foreign language in elementary school.
Oh, I think that's good, honestly.
Yeah.
Start young, it's like easier to learn.
Yeah, but I didn't learn anything. But how about high school?
I think in high schools, generally they will have more choices. I mean, I took French the whole time. I feel like other languages will be taught, like Chinese is actually getting more popular. So we can also compare what are the classes actually like. So what were the English classes like in your experience?
Yeah. Class 2 honestly just like help you get ready for the exam.
Sure.
Because the exam is super important to us.
Right.
Not much speaking. Like you don't they don't test your like speaking skills. So we don't need to like speak the language.
Right.
At least from my experience, the classes were taught in Chinese.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Right.
Very big difference from my experience.
Right.
They try and do very much an immersion style where the teacher will only speak to you in French or
Right.
whatever language. There's also a lot of like projects,
Right.
like presentations. I feel like just the speaking is emphasized a lot. So the next comparison we can make is about exams. We already heard the Gaokao exam.
Right.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah. And you have to take it no matter what major
Right.
you're gonna do in college.
Right. So in my experience, there isn't really like a required exam
Right.
for any kind of foreign language stuff. There's some like optional ones, for example, AP exams and like SAT 2 exams.
Right.
I personally took both for French, but those are optional, you know? It just kind of boosts your application.
Like who knows actually know how but not.
Right. So the next comparison that we can make is the general attitude towards learning foreign languages. Right. What do you think the general attitude is towards learning English in China?
It's like, just annoying. It's like, but of course, there's some people like, oh, that's my best subject.
I feel like it's a very different situation just because English is kind of like an international language that's like, it's a lingua franca. They teach foreign languages in school just because...
It's a hobby.
Not for hobby. I mean, I think it's really, really beneficial to everyone to learn another language. Just like, it helps your brain function better, I've heard. But yeah, the point is we don't have a huge, need to use a foreign language all the time necessarily. So it's kind of a more casual thing. So as a result, the classes are a little more casual and a little bit more fun. So just for the last point, we're gonna just think about what are the pros and cons of each way of doing things. What are the pros of doing it the American way?
People tend to be more interested in learning language.
It's kind of more fun, kind of fosters an interest. The cons, I've heard many times some restaurant owner or something who's like, I won't serve you unless you speak English. And it's just kind of a xenophobic attitude.
Yeah, I guess it's the attitude.
I feel like it's really easy to take for granted, knowing English as a native English speaker. For me, if I just took it for granted that, I speak English, that's good enough, I feel like you miss out. You miss out on an opportunity to improve yourself and think about things in a more, well-rounded way. How about the pros for the Chinese way? I mean, I feel like it's good that they teach English or just any other language starting from really young. I would make a blanket statement that knowing another language other than your native language, that's always going to be good and always going to be helpful for you. Cons of the Chinese way, not as conducive to using it in a practical manner.
It's not a very efficient way to learn the language.
Right. Just the message that we want to convey is it's great to study a foreign language, and I hope that you guys can enjoy it, whoever you are. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching. Please let us know in the comments what do you think, and maybe tell us an interesting experience you had studying or using a foreign language. Please repost this video, super helpful for us, and we will see you guys next time. Bye bye! 再见!